Okay, when we're on performance mode, that's going to use the grain loss system in order to monitor and to adjust the speed of the combine. So what we're going to want to do is we want to go harvest for a while and get the machine on feed rate control and let it harvest. And then what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to stop, and we're going to want to get out and walk behind the combine, and we're going to want to look at what's on the ground. And when we look on the ground, we want to quantify the losses, and we want to quantify the losses using the same terms that will be used to adjust the system. So do we see way too much grain on the ground? Do we see too much grain on the ground? Do we see an acceptable amount of grain on the ground? Or would we allow more to go on the ground? So that's what you're trying to do here, is you're trying to quantify your losses by looking on the ground behind the combine and using the same terminology that we will use to make those adjustments. Once you have your machine back on feed rate control, and again, you just push the button and push the handle ahead. Now we're going to adjust our sensitivities, and we're going to do this just like any normal rotor loss or sieve loss sensitivity, and we're going to choose the word that most appropriately reflected what we saw on the ground behind the machine. And we typically say start with rotor loss and see what difference it makes, and then get out and reevaluate, and then do sieve loss. And that's how you're going to calibrate the performance mode for feed rate control.